Hey everyone, so this is my first attempt at a video update for my blog. I've never done this before, so if it's kind of weird, whatever. So I said in my previous entry that I got some new kitchen utensils. Around the holidays, my bank did this weird thing where they closed and they changed banks, and I had a points reward summary thing. And I had a bunch of options on how to redeem my points, and I chose a $100 Amazon gift card. And there was like 10 million different things that I thought of that I wanted to buy. But rather than buy a couple books or a couple bigger purchases, I decided to use my gift card to its fullest and buy a bunch of kitchen utensils and little things here or there that I wanted that I wouldn't ordinarily go out and buy for myself. Obviously, being a grad student, I'm super poor, just like the rest of the other grad students out in the world. And so little luxuries such as, like, you know, an expensive spatula or a new like pie pan or something like that isn't always necessarily in our budgets. So I picked out what I thought would be the best additions to my existing kitchen supplies. I mean, here at school you can't really tell from the video, the angle that I'm at, that I have a fairly good sized kitchen, but who knows where I'll be after this and how big my kitchen will be. So I tried to pick some stuff that was also useful everyday maybe items, or stuff that I could easily pack up and throw in a box that I have to. The first thing I got was a Wilton tart, well, it's not a tart pan, it's a mini bunt pan. It looks like a cupcake pan, but as you can see the bottoms are kind of fluted and they have that shape of a little mini bunt. I made some earlier this week. They turned out pretty good. The baking time was just a little bit longer than your average cupcake, I think, because it's a darker pan. But I overfilled the reservoirs, and so the bottom of my buns ended up looking like cupcakes. To fix it in the future, I'd probably use less batter. The second thing that I picked up was a French rolling pin. Oh, by the way, that pan I think was like $14–15, so not too bad. The French rolling pin, I don't roll out a whole lot of dough or pie crusts or stuff like that, but I think it was, $4 or $5. It was one of those little things that I wanted to add to my cart to kind of bump it up to my total so I could get the free shipping, blah, 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 blah. So French baker's rolling pin thing, so I haven't used that yet. One thing I have used is my new immersion blender. Some people call it a stick blender, immersion blender. Mine is a Cuisinart Smart Stick. It comes in a variety of different colors. I want to say it was about 30 bucks. I read a bunch of different reviews about the different blenders on the sites, and I came across this one and I decided it would probably be the best, most reasonable addition. I mean, Cuisinart products are pretty reputable as when it comes to kitchen gadgets. And I wanted an immersion blender because I have a regular blender, but it was broken and it took up too much room. And this is perfect for like soups, mousses, whipped creams, fillings for pies, or like even for like what are they called? Can't think of the word. Oh well. Well, it's got this tiny little blade down here at the end, as you can see, and then this whole handle pops off for super easy cleaning. I haven't stuck it in the dishwasher, I've only hand washed it, but I made smoothies with it I think 3 or 4 days this week, so it's gotten its use already. The next thing I bought was this tiny little instrument you see here. It's a Le Creuset pastry baking or a basting brush. You can use it for putting glazes on cakes, pies, cookies, scones, what have you, whether it's butter or, you know, half and half heavy cream. Little thing does a job. Kind of not an impulse buy. I didn't have one, and I wanted the Le Creuset brand because it's got, you know, fun bright colors. And this stuff is really, really awesome when it comes to kitchen utensils. They usually cost a bit more than the, you know, the competitor stuff, but everything I've ever bought of theirs seems to hold up pretty well. Also, I have currently, before this whole shopping spree, I had one spatula that was kind of ghetto, it was falling apart. But I found out that Amazon had a deal with Le Creuset, and they had a 3 spatula set. And now you can go to Target, Walmart, and buy, you know, a spatula set for 5, 6, 7 bucks. This set was 23 bucks, which is on the pricier side for spatulas. I mean, like I said, this was a gift card. Usually I wouldn't go out and drop $26 on 3 spatulas. But the great thing about this is that these spatulas usually run between $8 and $12 a piece. So even if I bought these individually, or 2 of these individually, I could not have probably purchased them with shipping unless I went to the store, obviously. The Le Creuset store or like a factory outlet, and purchased these spatulas for that price. The next thing I got, the second to last thing I got, was a set of 6 little tart pans. I'm excited about these. I've made tarts before. I have a 9-inch tart pan. Great for summertime, like fruit tarts, or even I've made pumpkin tarts and stuff like that around the fall season. What I like about these is that they have a removable bottom for easy cleaning, and that way you can also pop your tarts out, and then you can have a nice presentation with your fancy plate and whatnot. But I got a set of 6 of those. Those came together. And the last thing I got that I came across while searching into the Le Creuset stuff on the website, it's called a pie bird. I'm going to put it a little bit closer here. It's this funny looking thing. Again, this is another product from Le Creuset, so I'm sure it's super durable, super great, awesome, whatever. I actually watched a YouTube video about how these things work. And what you do is you put it in the center, you put down your pie. When you're baking a pie, you put your pie crust down. You put this little bird here in the center. You put your pie filling around it, and then you put your top crust on top of it. And you poke a little hole in the center for the bird's head to stick out, so you end up only seeing this tiny little bit of it. And what it does is during the cooking process, pies can overflow, or they can kind of bubble over if you haven't poked enough holes or slits. But what this does is that it allows steam to escape from the inside of the pie without making your pie, or without letting your pie boil over or having your crust collapse on you. It was only $3 or $4. It's kind of cute. It sits on my windowsill. I haven't used it yet, but hopefully I will here soon. Coming up next time in my blog, that's all I have to share with you guys for today. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully I can show you some progress about where I am with my garment for January, which is still kind of a surprise until it's fully completed. Maybe some swimsuit progress and any other baked goods that I'll be doing. But I hope you guys have a good day, night, whenever you decide to watch this. And I'm sure you'll be seeing more of you soon. Thanks, bye.